104.3, okay, 101.7, neat, 100.9. Yachira kwan ship house that Akan Junction Accra na hello enso ewe Kumase. Despite Abrusan kesi no mama yema mu nyina adwo. Enwumre nhia man na mahodo so nsema yensa ka na yede ebremu yi. Na ensema yede ebremu ne enwumre yi. Nia edi mu akotene bie ene se. Mampani dada His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ye ka say akwakopie oti mantam emu.
Omobeye licensure proceedings nina as part of our final exam.
Afei se yakọ ensafufuro mu ensoso a emrahye bedwam na bill bi akwakopie wo hokwan a so yire ene okunu eye japade a ye befa so ache no omaite muafo pani e de shift system aba e wo ye court mu na sebema ene ne yire ana okunu ne yire tenase ebobra na ejapade ba mu asen ene esese ye chese ejapade no enem na hyebedwafo eye ma ahihye sa amra no e de kom na hyebedwam sa amra yi akona ni mu afan.
The spousal bill idea in the history of parliamentary duty since 1990.
Afei Ghana Football Association abaka kire Ghana for say Wamo pe coach ya, wa coachi emfie dunum. Na omo de Black Stars ama no. FFO ya be ka kire so omo bi adwuma no to wo se omo pe coach ama Black Stars no. Coaches mako ahenum 500 ena ya apply ye ana otuado enka ho. Enti why interest ena GFFO we omo serve a enti otuado a wan apply adwuma no bie ena Ghana Football Association omo e de Black Stars adwuma no ema no. Afei Ghana for bi so akere o ma dwen se otuado ya GFFO yi 20 edi o makwa no yi omo hu ni sen.
Coach Otoado by the Nababa Kennedy Minji ni say beboa Black Stars or kwan bia so.
Appointment of Coach Otoado is a nice move. He's a good coach.
Eti Ghana for bi adwen eno no sansem we ni afoforo bi nkire mu ene ye de ebremo na Oson's chemist the Oson's garlic capsules abeso asena nwumre MTN say we dey for you everywhere you go. High Sense Ghana everyday prices for everyday people. Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital. Allah Hushafi Allah ono ne yarsafo. Dolphin Roofing System chense ya debo danso de ho ene ye top papa. Novus Industries and Trading Limited omo ene de Novus range of drinks aba idwaso. Afa Ruta Herbal Products omo de Ruta Mixture ene ni nuanom ena abaza nmekuo nsun ya da roma ena wote enka e wo ship house Akan Junction Accra ene enwumre. Eframe nana ya okese. Me na me de kasebo yi ebremo 7 nkire mu nie. Yagaza mampani da John Dramani Mahama otu franka ama NDC amanyoko na pie ewo oti mantam emu na one omanfo a ewo dwabrem rawra biakoye mepamcha dwabrem rawra ewo biakoye abato mpesu aso ahia na waka kire wom se na wadi kin ahye Ghana for boss nyame ye nadom na osa be mampani a sa teacher for nso he no omotro de license teacher licensure exam no obetwa mu no wo so ogina ba bi ogina
Licensure exams no eno de maka nso bebi abeko bia teacher for SR deba maka esi so say licensure exams no yebe ye free ho na niebe ne say a school for no esua ade edru enfie nan a ewo so musua no ni ayefre no final year a ye omo 4th year no omo be ye licensure proceedings nina as part of omo final exam sana be ya omo ye school near the certificate ma omo say we a teacher ni na che say we wo license we wo bibia a che say we a licensed teacher ye ma wo wie enfie nan na yanka say apply na cultural exam for and sanya my license and send away to me actual there. Licensing will be a part of your final year process. So when you come out of College of Education, you will come out as a licensed teacher. Period.
Na oto aso kan say na nsen suban bia baban schools ahodo num. Oye chechire ni ana headmaster mpo na wo aban schools no a untimi nkyere wadwen. Na sa de no wo se tiamra.
Enne oman ya yetimu. E free say Akufo-Addo and then the vice president by a teacher for any omo hwe school so ya chechere omo ano obuntimi kasa If you say Nyoman ko ye now ko bie wano now can ni atamo just kind yes transfer call Bimbila and Abunkurugo and our Bunkurugo ni atamo at the call solar calva. One show yimpa near you, they say a pamo. Na yimbu on mine, sir. Said Nyoman ko ya, I was sending patche. I buy a drink a coso, say a Nyoman ko ye. And so I buy way dear. Almost per se ubia ebekasa etia omo. Enti we a headmaster na anajo enkodano ekoda koma untimi nka. Enyoma nkoyie na oka ma ban obia enchew obia fa onko transfer obia mpamu edwumam na ne America ne say a teacher for any headmaster for 7 January 2025 more independence eba.
More independence eba mampeni dada John Dramani Mahama na uko efutu about one person so wonfifini mantemu a ora James Kofi Anan wono ena wo gina mu apre ede ama NDC amanyokuo no na ono so ene omanfo aye wo empesiaso wo atwetwe nkoma kan kire wo mo se mampeni dada JDM ne cha 24-hour economy no so de eba ne sei emfaso wo so pa na sene ebesi aboa pa ma emma omanfo wo Ghana ha sei enya adwuma ye no enya so bini to ne o ka kire Ghana fo nyina se omnto aba ma mampeni dada se be ya 24-hour economy no ebe ba beje Ghana
banks ni na so obe adwuma na pay we abre yimbia na no fa so that sika wo benye fidam adwuma maka ni na no wo so wo de woko akoto bank wo market no on so oyi adwuma ana pay we abre yimbia ana fa ni na ntino wo so asanwe so be revenue wo ho nti wo benye nkofo mo na wakọ jeje wo to wo ho na taxi drivers so on so o send there 24 hours ntino obenye adwuma na bra na obi so the taxi na mo bi no so de adwuma trotro so o adwuma na bra anafa no so da mo bi no de adwuma no che every time bia no adwuma rekodo ntino obenye nkofo mo
ora James Kofi Anan de eno na oto aso se oda efutufu asepa se omo ho ababedom ni kuo no ya omo atene da ubu ase afidi omo se ometo abade ama no
edi na osonyi papa bedo bia se wona wo fi region bai wona wo fi national bai wonyina yede wonyina se na yese the man o de yen na yemompa ma yen wa John Dramani Mahama na yemompa ma muso na sesi ai wa fam de na zipra ko pe bibia o de oyimudwuru bia no oyimudwuru na no ndadu de se ye ba nyame ado na se ye ba bema okrem biara ye fado a ye ba ma da mu 24-hour economy no aba ma nyen hawni nya no de twa no ye ba fa nyama no de twa
Patricia Sefa Fisher ena Salamat Kuku Paintel ena boasa ensemi mienu ano ede ema yen na emre bi ewo ho a wo hwe animu se nyame ya adom na se woye won hihye nyina awie na wagitumu a ebeba beboa pa eboa so eboa wa afo titiro na samra no watudin spousal property rights bill se mene meyere ana mikunu eti wo na nyame ya adom a ya japade se ya japade ye bo mu se de me nko a me ye ana de oba no so nko a ye oba no de na me chefa wo henefa be ma no so de na oba no so chefa wo henefa samrei ya no preto a ama se de se emrei wahunu ehan bi ewo emrahye bedwam edom kase no ba no deni abedi akira wo ya asko emrahye bedwani onumonyamfo Patricia Apiaje ene Elizabeth Ofosu ejare Techiman North emrahye bedwani wo mo ena etasa emrei akiri na onumonyamfo Patricia Apiaje se sa emrei omugusu aye hu adwuma de nanso omunye no ahopepere so omugidi yese ebra emrahye bedwa be ye hu adwuma nyina be wie no Ghana fo nyina be hu sampa won ma yemra papa
the spousal bill idea and property of the spousal bill idea in the history of parliamentary duty since 1992 go through so many phases and who are going here so yeah bibia de ama judges no and no more you so more discussion a day yen cancer omunim bibi but a krobia mra wo mo a guide ubia ɛma otumi ɛhyehyɛ ne mmara etumi de ɛyɛ adwuma ete ho akɔhia sɛ yɛ make sure sɛ saa bill kwan bi a yɛbɛfa so na yɛtumi apass na abɛ guide yɛn judges no ɛwɔ mo ruling.
Now onmonyamfo Patricia Piaje Amfansi wa ose won ma etaza amre yachi no omne obi ese so omne di nkomo bia be di nkomo haje ono so adwene e de aka ho na mamra na di mu.
Yeah, they call Parliament. I'm anti-trust three. And ye free. One typical issue. Ye share. Ye every move. Ne if he said ye idea actually. And what they call non-formal relationship. No. Nina interest. It will be ye describe. You better describe what we mean by a non-formal relationship. Tanya Manning United to me introduce controversy na abeye the discretion of judge and moi baby omo ye nim therefore but at the same time and so say since I there no war constitution no more
ehun hia pa na Billy wo ma gina nsemfu amakomako aduonu miensa so e na omode atintim na onimonyamfo abla jifa gomashi ketu south emrahye bedwani say eba ne se japade echemu a mentimi ho ase bebre wo ho ena we oba na ma japade dada ena ye hye mpratwe ase na o hye japade ase ensem nwonran na ogidi ye se sa mra we eba beboa ma ne mema yaware semu yase tenamu ye mpratwe mu ene bibie mu am ye hunu sene a ye de japade be fa so
Usha yamrani ma utime ware wa sorry o ware wo ifie na ye wo muslimi so de na ne nyina no eya ware ya na eye yemu binum se yemfa wo kwa sorry de ma na je se wo ware emra no kire se woni nipa no wodi nsa no ne wote ehsom se ayire de no yo yire nti wanfa adutu yi na nyame na conwood tafache bibi toa nya obegya wachi no na aya be pepi no aye tokwa ede ababusun ebusun ne mu nti na eho hia se ye de emra papa to ho se bibi se si a woni nipa natena ne aware na wawo ma o ahwefie ono hwefie na wonya asomdwie de kwa adwuma koba no nya oye nyina so eboa ma wo ho to ma atimi kwa ye adwuma bibi wo ho na wotimi nya wa aware ni memro no tisa na wotimi nkasa wo nkwa wo de
wotimi nkokasa sa asem no eye wo nkwa wo de we eye nia efri emrahye bedwam eba ye se ne ebe ya bema ene ne yire ana ne mpena wo moti ono mo ye japade a wo behunu kwa ye de japade no befa so emrahye bedwam akrachefo Emmanuel Akoli ene William Gentu ene tintim sansem yi ede ema yen na Internet Society of Ghana won mo de internet edi dwumaso e wo man mu e kire se ebranso so o man no yene NCF no tena se na fe ye san ehwe kwanfoforo bi a ye benya internet ye papa na hoode no wo mu e de akane a e wo se si e ho san se na no de ye a ye se homa no a eba no na mpo ase no nipa bonifo kokotwa mu wo po ase no ame ye ho a kire ye pa ye se empe wie mu de enso nka ho se be ya se po ase anye ye wie mu be ye yie enti ye san hyehyɛ no so a wonu gidi ye se be boa pa na nanum ho de ye a eba be fa mu de ame ye ho a kire ye pa woni odi ahenkan Kwame Yeboa etwetwe nkomo awie ewo yenkase eboso na Owura Francis ameni a wo yetitrani ema Internet Society of Ghana edisa ansemi eto Peace News yanim.
Also Ghana to me investing more into infrastructure. Currently, no Osha, 4 main undersea cables in Ghana. That is the West Africa cable system. Africa coast to Europe, the South Atlantic, that's 300 main one. Osha, the African countries no more than 4. In the said year, a bit to mean 2 years have them no. Yeah, increasing capacity no. Now, in a more connection. And also no, you bet to me adopting satellite internet. Said year.
Achima boabunum bisa no no. Omo nheda eni internet ya anu odene no esa aban hunu se ye eti kroma enya internet ya yafa bibia afofofui na wotwepei ye ho fa afa ye enti he obi ono ti ba bi ti se ekura bi asese achema boabo na onya internet ti sa nipa no ye hunu ahohiahia otemu to aban no mane nya na hia asem se be ya obetimi ape internet ama Ghana na ba bi obi hye bia obenya bi ede ni dwuma.
Ghana, internet penetration at 58%. Ocean population, that means almost about 10 million of Ghanaians only use internet too. If they are too young, about 10 million of Ghanaians, they be at home because they don't have access to internet. And see, make us say, wake up for, I'm paying for, so a lot of Ghanaians are still underfed. Almost the money internet to crumple into your family, the few days, they be over the internet side, yes, look at it, connected, unconnected. Said, yeah, on the internet, you know. They didn't have kind internet, no, so Indian as one for so. Into it, Master Atoma buying any policymakers, nay, or more, say, your policy, or more too many show more money internet, or more craft near the number internet, not almost in the internet, if you would now,
Yaka Ghana ho. Na sa internet asemi ya yenim say tamaport. Eho internet as say ayede adwuma bibia. Yesi bibia na internet no so bibia na internet no so. So ho enom de omodwuma. Ghana Shapers Authority ewo ho. Afi agents ahodo clearing agents ahodo yi onu nyina ho na omobo omobere free. Enti na ye nua danso abiam. Ekokohwe senia internet no article no esi enye nsusanso ewo port adwuma so. Amanzi baba joy.
Yeah, Janana.
Yo, now call ye.
Nana, Sonia, who no internet ya article na abi bremu my Ghana so eka ho bi no. Sonia wo di kan di tu dwa aha enwuma hodo bia. Nana se obeka na ti from obeka ya. Emfinsia pimienu ni dunsu ho. Ebe aban eba akonwa so na wode nhyehyɛ bi eba oman yi su hyɛn na bia. Our friend said paperless. Say obeyi uniama one custom officers any ensiamu nemu onam abbe for kwan so na obeye on krata asem nyina ho adwuma na afi wetimi ani ntino ama eka ho na wonom wo buo bi nso aya wo mutua wo mo friend say demorage no na tell say egusu a ewe wo mo wo mo say enka wo hawi ba yin enka mpanimfo ntimi ne shipping lines yi eni enkomo nanka demorage sam no enka enfiri ho no na sempo wonom enkeso obi wo ho no a kan niama nyina aye krado ni sika aye krado so oyi ne niama nanso de abanti ene niama ni so nanso shipping lines ne de enya no ena omo hwe enya achew de na achew obeji ni sika afi so ne wakra nkokonnam ana se yemuade me kire frozen foods ede afiri amanone abeduru omamu ha na wonyiye no ebeduru mrebi a enei empanifo bo amane se bese na wotwe be numachi enumpo omunsi su dua no ebe ha dwen sanse se nipa ntimi anyi wonom niam pina na ye kan se expiry date bitimi ache na ebe ma nipa no etimi aboka enti ade a ede ohaw aba afenso se demorage no eche no na otuatua aka bi a bro ne se otua no so enam ohaw ya abai so a esunsunsanso ne kowie dwom na minimum mienu a ye ko dwom akwakoto no enya de a ne waka niam na ba akobọ sa aka no ono nko abefa emom wo chegu niam no so na menso me no kopie dwom a yatimi akwakoto na ye de akọ na ni nyina no ka ho bi ma ho kire no aye kese amomanfo so susuye na wonom e de abasen company fo ene shipping authorities and also shipping lines no eni kita ho se na ebe ye deboa na ka hodo a importers no ebetimi ebebo no keso etimi ate ama wo mo yɛde mpanimfoɔ bi te sɛ owi asansen asaki a wɔno ɛyɛ kyɔkyerɔfoɔ panyini ɛde ma wɔno wɔn kra nneɛma ɛba wɔn mu na wɔn nso de bi ɛkɔ no ɛdi nkɔmɔ ɛna afei wɔn a wɔn nso ɛyi nneɛma yɛfrɛ mo sɛ clearing agent ni bi nso ɛdi nkɔmɔ no wɔn asɛm ɛnie.
Obi a okofa na nneɛma ba bɛdi temapod na ɔntumi clear what it means ne sɛ the stocks would run down. That is one. Two, how bad it says on Timmy for a specific period. So him say a check and check a bit must say it's starting to catch up with the commodity now. What it means is that the importer would lost the cargo and the importer also lost his or her capital because he has spent so much to import this commodity into the market. And that is why I'm saying that we do not know that the NCA directives no among my say 5 weeks. Even with that 5 weeks, they are not being actualization. They are making projections as to whether by 5 weeks time they will be able to fix this issue and bring us back to life or not. I don't know.
I don't know. I know Samson Asaki Awingobit. Onone de. Amanzeba.
Ana.
You bon poma ye.
enti sɛnea wɔnom ɛka no na kyerɛ sɛ ebinom nso a wɔnom ɛyɛ straightforwarders no a wɔnom ɛwɔ hɔ no nso ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛhaw no deɛ wɔn srɛ wɔn mpanimfoɔ a wɔn da straightforwarders ekuaku ahodoɔ no nyinaa no wɔ tamapɔt no na wɔn ɛne shipping lines ni nkɔmmɔ esan sɛ ɛde ka ɛbrɛ wɔn paa.
Internet na asɛm no shipping line no so wɔn face the same problem no ɛna sɛbe sika nso ne yesu tua ma wɔn ti abɛyɛ a ɛnɛ ɔyɛ shipping line makɔ hɔ a wɔntimi anyɛ adwuma na ama me no adeɛ kyɛn me kɔyɛ wɔntimi anyɛ adwuma na ama me because ɔbɛka sɛ network no wɔ down until time ɔno bɛtimi ayɛ adwuma na ama no ebi nso ana me di morigi no ɛnso na aka just one day pɛ so all this was na ɛsɛ wɔn timi boa no mo so okay you see the problem no yɛ internet no ne ade a ɛho abakyema nti no so nko wɔn timi boa yɛn na nka days ni bi wɔ mu a omutimi ya omutimi wave mai since ade happen ye no na enya da happen ye no internet happen ye no this na we animu aye be ye adwuma ni nyina na omutimi transfer mo ka omutiri bom ne shippers council for na ade ka omutiri bom na nka omutimi boa yen so akwa no so a am sure ska be boa yen
so mo ko shipping line for everyone kasa on our behalf and then
yo yada yenua danso abiam ase na enya internet nko aho na sesei abedwa Ghana fo so enkane ano so time awani na so na ya dum no de na amanfo yakra ne ahomache no awada no ahomache be donko konomieru na fon ye dum ne sa no a uti anye ya gise na anu anana nsansa na wonza aka eno so amanfo kasa wo ho pa Ubi Sanso Electricity Company of Ghana si o enye nkane na eni ho na ensiesie bi na omo ye nti na ama omo dundum nkane ankofo si ensiesie amo ye na nadu nyina de na ensiesie cross anu ode ne pa o ensiesie ben ya mo nkire ba bi property amo ye seja nyina ebetumi abegyina obi ahwe na ehun ensiesie kura amo ye na we de ensiesie we de asa anu aye den dodo ebisi aban nya akokodo no nka che Ghana fo se edum so na aba aban so se dum so emai Yanko Institute for Energy Security na yene penna wadano nana amwesi ya watoso enson twetwe nkomo mira majoy
ejodo ana yawo
edase
so mi chewe tefuka
yo ene ma tiefu nyina ado asese wanye ho adaje ye odum som
atotomo mon ahyemenim enyimbre na wara edida se kakrebi and stand I reframe and I am a mission of question I would like to offer
and I call off
offer ni chia na fans what can then
can you dum
aya no waso
I said can you dum here there beso
o tasia no time see
it depend maybe out here.
Okay, baby, I what's in a tasia no time see.
Now it should be a timid dum bear me and one army and
okay. No, it's a full wait one home. Where a ya no in brand, yeah, that's it. Yes, so day.
But my question on where you are no sano.
Hey, Nana, your way.
Nana,
my fault, that's a full. And see, me who be that.
Okay, it says, baby, Nana, baby, I teach you and a dear man, someone.
Medicine, baby, in the ignum kind I want and to three, a wood in a day. Take us some aqua checker. The mean see, ma in one na, where your wound into man in around, when you take cut in Tian cow, the more say. Oh, Sevilla, in the woods here that also supply fuel, or the power plant and. Oh yeah, then the wood channel. The Mara so no bit the WAPCO or transmit natural gas or the power plant no so. Oh yeah, let's take a term ayat in war. The Mara so na one now, where you in them kind of so. Oh yeah, IPP so, oh yeah, a buying on castlage macuno. Also, one son can wood cut them, or the yes. Transmitter grid co, na UC distributor bankasa so. Oh yeah, na wood cut them. Kakra. Na every power system or there an engineering component. My car in front of And I have said, oh, there is Kevin Mom. Na, every year, what kind of wage, na someone son Caticana. Obeana, if you are filter, another warrior lord as a son, bear bosom a crona fana busmebian, a being nan, and to me yet. In top and the man not share day. Who maintenance etu that sheda. And shen ye that crow, ever sorry and spark a car non jedo. And see if you don't maintain the system because of constraints of cash flow, then of course when you want that day, Maitna what can all do the demand, although ultimate in the Mara. It's just an example of what is happening in the entire supply chain. And see, why a Tiama Wominara. That means once in a while, machines will near fuel of Yejuma. Once in a while, machines now will break it down because of lack of maintenance. And now the maintenance nowadays, when you cover again, one and auto steer, machines will break it down. In Sibisa, in the in Kainana we're generating, are far less than what we demand as consumers. Now, something funny that say, in a year load as consumers, no, na soya be a 100 megawatts. And what the power plants are able to produce is about 70 megawatts. Not another to bear 30. Them 30 on swing and you see you own two preoccupy on 4 and chairman monsoon. So, but my time out to yada, no, there will be the soon, no being a bit. And now at the time, Monia be so why the Sumaka and the uncle so when you be. Into a second, every summer I come with my bon to find.
Okay. Mira, Niawunim, Niawaken kind, Niawatie. Baby, I at TCC, Yabeche.
Being in Agina makes my event and my yacht to it that I mean. My that to ye. This is got 7 to train, those be inferior her. No, the best same inferior her. Says come, it's got 7 to 3 or the Bosumo Corda. Now we're 2 to 2 years. Now, but when you that today on top of Bosuma, the Yefim. Now, Emino, we were not there. We don't manage the system. And see, them question a bit the being cut. Osiafo and an paying for wash a power sector, and one or the way, no, the wood to me chair and day. Young home doctor, and we ain't about don't tar bed that peer beings in a ye, more how on. So, young with a 190 be widow. I can say in Bremen, no, we are 90 shadow, and so yet drink the Mecca day of a child non catcher. Ning nights and bits me to 2 years cut me, and a probo. Now, yet me 1 day. Okay,
and Asiana necessary. I dare say, yes, Sika, New Animuyana, Yadia Twitter, and Wakadia, Ghanian Beginaso.
Angel, now some mamma is a day. I will find a cover cronies Kaka when someone talk up for Abiana, or Shaka type in a way true. Scasam is all by Jumeduma, or my baby at Soye. To you that are binding such nature and Cotinda. Yamabotoye. Na any mesma obesi chida binara oyinano.
Nana Peace News da ase anwumre.
Afia da wase. In brief here confiable.
Nana Amwesi ya wotoso enson Executive Director Institute for Energy Security. Ono na yere no atwetwen saa enkomo yi. Na abusuafo samobeka ya ebra ye call Afcon eba ye no. And Ghana Football Association. Omudi Mrikabe Pam coach Chris Hutton say oh coachy and a Juman Sweni kra enti wonko na wombeto ombo ase ahihye niema yi. Ombeto ombo ase ahihye niema yi ebeto ebo ase ahihye niema yi o ye nhihye ni yi o. Afedi e da sorry ade ati anse GF4 asan kwakofa coach fufuro. Yebedi hu nkomo. Na ansa na no. Remy Spices omo na de spices ahodo ye maduane ye de ye hwamankasa aba Ghana dwaso. Remy Spices ba ye eba Remy goat. Remy goat atamfo nyame. Remy chicken, Remy jollof and Remy beef. Aha, we de metwa Remy goat, Remy chicken, Remy jollof, and a Remy beef. Edina shisha no ni nyina kyerɛ sɛ wohwɛ nam no a wode kɔ aduane no na aduane kora wo kwaye na watɔ ɛho spices. Eti Remy goat no sei aponche ani dwanam ene yede ye. Remy beef nantwinam, Remy chicken takraboa, and a Remy jollof no so eno ya hyɛ da ye sɛ mo ye jollof no spices e ma jollof no yi ne ho ankasa no enie. But jollof de menya ne te sɛ de wode bɛka mutuo no. Wo ye jollof na sɛ eta te sɛ de wo ye mutuo no a enye de. Sa jollof no mutuo jollof and de enye de. Oh, so at least jollof no de mani ni ehu say yeah. Where you unsa no. Well, nyese part na me kan hwe nanimu. Me ka de a kire e ma na ewo me ha say ni nyina say jollof de wo ya aya mo mani na no say pretty joyce de ba ku bi ba adwuma ha. Say hey pretty. O jollof de kaka kra bi nka rice water o. So what they about when obey den abusia so we jollof ato was na ye mane nye de be den so na eye Remy jollof sa dwumaku ya da roma e na ya de madwenkyere ebremo na ye home kasebo no somra ye ba Ghana Football Association and matters arising.
Service. Happy delightful June. Wachulala, swachulala, chichi soso. Afrana pa. Epe pashu breakfast and was in woman. Joe happy delightful juice against with toast, cereal, and even them cool. And we ate a bread and fifi. The most fringe man. Happy delightful juice. One of what? And you be here. How come that's about relaxing way? So I know when you're. Let's say what the chamado. Happy delightful juice. Off and a baby I bring you all day long. One fruit juice. I'm happy delight. One different flavors, different size. You number 1 liter. Number from 150. And 250 ml. A baby will healthy life shows on your supermarket. Happy delightful juice. Loaded with taste.
Telecel, how they do? Telecel, connecting energies.
Tune it in, turn it up,
Peace FM,
and rip off the knob.
Omadeshe yamamo akwaba. Said ye yebekwa humijemu na mekano. Ghana Football Association, woman a ball so Ghana hasi. Any day ye football teams na show omonsa se o mine ball boku ni nyina omonhwe so mayen. Na ebre kakra ni FF ne Ghana fo odi agro bi a enye Ghana fo de. Se FF we boa payopa no mo de egu Ghana teams ahodo ni nyina. Ghana teams modern mo ba na eba form. Wo mo ko ba nso pe no ma be pam coach. Se no ano no. Wo mo ko ba pe no ma be pam coach. Coach fufuro no mbefa na ba no. Eno so omo atimi kofa coach na omo ni coach ne yaka. Kesi uti ya na anu omo akofa no ba ye ya ye na omo ne nkasa omo ne yaka. Eno omo twetwa coach na ntina no no anso amoa no hunti adwuma no wa hu so no okoye. Afedi ye da sori ya Ghana Football Association si yakwa kope coach ema omo eyi committee bi se omo enkonkofa coach emra ema mokaya Save Ghana Football Movement for cry demonstration 14th February ya ka kire omo se sa coach no omo kwa akofa no munyai esanse nye coach no ene Ghana haw yakọ Afcon mienu ni nyina yagu yahu anim ase yagu yahu fe poto ene ya ba beduru Ghana ha ya ba ya montena ase nkire yen de ko bone mo sore ya mo se mo de mo yi coach edi ta mo de yenyi mo adi bi enti eno an se mo sori ade mpa bia na mo aye e de akere Ghana fo ena ye nua Isabella Danso ne Ghana fo bi adi nkomo bi so mo se enti se si agf fo so masa akwakofa coach Otuado no abre bi o ka kire ye se Ghana adwuma no enhye dan enkyene saa nya na kono saa ebetumi ama na busua ode na yire ne mma e ba betena Ghana ase e ba be ye adwuma na afi pentem de na asesa ya fe de Ghana adwuma aye Otuado akono saa ma se sei de ya ma no contract emfie miensa obo no homo de na mienu bi sa ta akire ma no kwa koye emfie num wo beji $50,000 bosumi bia e de na asesa ye bisa Ghana for say coach Otuado ya GF4 they say the omasa akwakofa na be yan Ghana for so yi muso musen.
I don't really know the other coaches, but Otuado there, I think on a resigning his own too many Black Stars in Jumabium. So I think he knows what he can do. So maybe probably the Black Stars, he was coaching them very well, but maybe I know my holding or something. So I think Otuado is good for Black Stars.
Coach Otuado by the number back in the Minji said Black Stars so quite biasa because you call World Cup by na impenifor person mo keeping no catch am say or you committed to Dortmund. And in my kofa pursue team by no so ko hwegu I Afcon or the kodu baby or the code unless he's going to do something different.
I believe the appointment of Coach Otuado is a nice move. He's a good coach and he knows the boys so well. This time round, if he's able to make the right selections, pick the right players, I believe he will succeed. Yeah, and the boys should also play so well because they are good, but just that some are lazy.
Black Star, do Black Star. Be imperifobi kakra unko fa coach ba. Coach Otuado no na be omo no me chere ne onye players on fa no any ade. Otuado de waba, baba ne waba. Be say me so me ma ne kwa ma na no problem with that. Be so me ye no sa ne manyama ne choose way for player we bo me ko me ye say dia masa. Ye ntia mo kwa.
Coach Otuado Ghana for Esatun sa afreno the GFA efe no meka say yetimemfo na special ya naade because fit it in training bia ya kofa coach bia no ye mom the opportunity to grow with the team it no so mo be hwa bia no enche na sedent coach ne ko esa na mo sa fa different person na the bia the team near the equality it me I think is a good step in a good direction.
Ghana for bi adwene enie na sasem we ho and a save Ghana football movement enso atranse se GF for no se mo yese ya mo amfa buo ama Ghana for kwan a mo de Ghana football nam so no enya ni papa mu a na save Ghana football movement mpanifo no baako eye coach Christopher Nimley numo
But can okay you was about ajob. You was about ajo Ghana ma mo fan le ko no. Ni mo fiamo ni small Ghana na no ya you wa ajile je. Ke o small Ghana no ya. Wo ke je ho was about ajibu the wo gbejiano to. Bonafe ni ma here Akan leshin. Ko ni Ghana no ni sake Ghana ana ni wona ye choleme. You was about nke mo fiamo akeshin. Good evening.
Good evening, Numo, good evening. Ya da wase se wanya ho adaje. Numo nanu a GF fo yi se omasa akwakofa Otuado yi Save Ghana Football Movement. Udi mu akotene bi me yankasa meka ho bie. De krata aba abontene. Edi kan amanfo bisa se Otuado no na no ho ye mo hi. Nipa no kra wanya mo ball aden na mo kasa se o adan die na hamo die ntina mo kasa fa Otuado appointment no ho
yo minia ya beda obi biase Ghana football ni die afei em say mpanyifo na mo die nim no say no mo say agro no ya no bi ya kasa e no fi say ya kasa dodo ana say na wo de kan wasema wo de kan dia bisame Otuado na ya time ana say ya time na me ko time na ya o ya Ghana ni o nipa me dono. So when it comes to serving this country, it has got nothing to do with personal interest. It has got nothing to do with that. It's about a jumana yedi mani pani se unconscious nonko yeno. Na sani pano obetumi aye jumana na se onto me nye jumano. E hona yemubi
me count wo count Veronica Obama no man ade yen na ye ditum say any Ghana for do na it's on record Ghana for do na and didn't say Otuado any John Pencil any Joseph Lemay omu and I say omu coaching the Black Stars on the baby Otuado me say on him coaching pa at that level me can't on him coaching no. If he's up to the level, the standard required for the Black Stars, after the World Cup, he should have challenged himself. He shouldn't have gone back to Borussia Dortmund and catch him to me a trainer scout and to harness a fatale. And to Musa Mami, me trainer scout, the Jumano, na min twaso. Ya pao, ya passe, o mind to say Ghana. In Penifua, Musha ball su wakrumha. Ya ko Afcon, ya rate. Mobaya, a boo, your friend, Ubu, one from Ghana for. It took you close to 9 to 11 days to see the need to say sorry to the people of Ghana. As the foreign sorry, I want to organize a press conference I will come out to show the way forward. You catch your say. Ekwana mu faso no, emwa o man no na munyai. Okwana mu faso, emwa o man no. We demonstrated and we all saw the response of Ghanaians to the abysmal performance Ketu Krekuni na Pamfo and they share your Black Stars and so everything there. In order to make amends, and they pretended, I repeat, the Ghana Football Association being led by its General Secretary pretended, say, look, and the sentence say, they have been directed to meet the demonstrators of the Save Ghana Football Union. And therefore, they were going to make everything, take every step. Sanabaya, Omunia Babashia. Mania, Sa Ekuta Hundian, Dimna Kutri. What was that ever for Matiada? Now, if only they know what is awaiting them, it's not a threat, but we are telling them, sir, the people of Ghana is not happy. Sa fraud, me see, the appointment of Otto Addo is fraudulent. And I met Ghana for Nyentia is fraudulent. Yes, sorry, Daya. And I say, that's sorry, yeah. One of the criteria by you said the next Black Stars coach will have to meet the following criteria, 5 or 6. Fraud number 1. At the quarter, fraud number 1. Over 600 applicants and I apply for Jumano. Most shortly, see how many but do 5. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Said they were the 5 best applicants out of 600. Otto Addo did not apply for this job because he knew deep down within himself that he does not meet the standard required to coach the Black Stars. I am putting on record, say, Ora Ketokreku, Misansi Sudia, Ora Ketokreku in the far phone, in the Fre Otto Addo, in the Tachans Otto. Ejuman Umpe. Akan last 5. Krafwa, you be interview mo. So Padia, and I ought to say, oh, Minya said that Minya me pe. Look, we are experimenting with the Black Stars of Ghana. What a shock. What a fraudulent way of handling our national team. The one who never met even one of your criteria ends up getting the job. That is fraud number 1. Fraud number 2. Fraud, no? Fraud number 2. The trainer scout is given the opportunity to say, if you don't give me a 5 years contract, I will not leave my post at Borussia Dortmund to come and coach the national team. Goodness me. Obia on coach either. Obia the only experience as a coach was the 4 months now, and that's a 5 months now, other coaching Ghana Black Stars. Or $200,000 as appearance fee. Quote me, see. The players, each players took $100,000. You call Katan Otto Addo Kwanya $200,000 because when the players take, the coaches take times 2. That is the norm. That is the way they share the money. On your $200,000. After taking $200,000 of our money as appearance fee, being paid every month, given per diem, being housed, being fed. Papa, you got now press conference. Say the Ghana job is not as lucrative and is not as attractive to compel his family, him and his family, to come and settle in Ghana. Sa Utuadui. Reason why it is fraud number 2, no. Fraud number 3. Moko appointee people to assist him, then you go and pick incompetent. You see, young kasa young league ayebo wokrom ha. If you don't have a CAF license A, you cannot coach in the Ghana Premier League. John Pencil, he's not a CAF license A coach. John Pencil holds a CAF license B, or a license B. Now, what made it even worse is the fact that John Pencil, he faked, me see, or fakey CAF license A certificate. And at this same Ketukreku and his people caught him. But because he was their man, that is a criminal act, a criminal. If you fake the certificate of the configuration of African football to pretend to be something that you are not, a criminal. Very quickly. Ora Prosper Ado enmity station or say, I should go and do a refresher course. And I may catch up Prosper Ado. I never knew, say, you could approve the signing of somebody who faked to be a CAF license A to come and be the assistant coach of the Black Stars. I am Canadian trained, I am American trained, I'm German trained, and I'm Ghana trained. Oba, may you me certificate in I don't hate John Pencil. In fact, Ghana for Mutimine, he's my very good friend. He knows me. Like I said, when it comes to serving Ghana, it has got nothing to do with friendship. It is about honesty, desire, discipline, and being able to do the work. John Pencil is not qualified to do that work. Fraud number 4. How can you allow Oto Ado, Onua, Onyadi, Onua, experience-wise, no Oniho? How can you allow him in choosing his number 1 assistant? He goes for somebody who has never coached. I repeat, who has never coached any national team. And yes, or coaching Black Stars. He has never coached in the National League before. Run a friend Joseph Lehman. Or see, he had a stint as Barnsley. He was training their academy team as we speak. He's the under 16 coach of Standard Liège. Standard Liège or more Belgian or more under 16 coach. No. Teams our coaching now is at the regional level. Hey, Black Stars Black Stars that could attract over 600 qualified applicants, prone to be prone to fight for almost deep knowledge of the game. We have rather decided, say, we will give a Jumanu to Otuado, John Pencil, Joseph Lema. As of Fatal Dada, I have got no problem with him. Because he's a goalkeeper coach. Goalkeeping training, coaching course, or one certificate. So he's going to deal with a specific department. Tactically, I think he's well as astute to handle that department as the goalkeeper trainer of the Black Stars. And I'm talking with pain, representing majority of the people of this country. Yes, some said. The man has already started sailing. You see, on my call up be on my and say, how can you? Ketukreku is telling us to support the Black Stars, but the level of dishonesty, the level of interference in player selection into our national team has never stopped under Ketukreku. You go and you call Edmond Adu, somebody who has played only 4 football matches or about 4 games. Now 4 games and 90 minutes. Accumulatively, Edmond Ado has not played more than 60 minutes of football since 2023. The last time he played a football game was in 2023. The whole of the season on Kiki ball. But to the first player selection, that says we are rebuilding the Black Stars. Look at the players he's calling into our national team. It had said na standard na ye Ghana the African continent. Young Crawford we just watched the best AFCON I have ever witnessed since I a woman, which presupposes say if the middle pass AFCON is the best, the next one will be even better. So if you really want to go out there and compete, you cannot compromise on your player selection, your appointment of technical team and everybody. We don't want to hear a management team. Also, I know they've kept that quiet, but I'm telling you, there's a management team following the boys. Friendly match. They've kept quiet on that. These are dishonest people. Now, we don't want to meet them again. We don't want to prosper. Others should not get in touch with any of us. We don't want, because they've shown great gross disrespect to the people of this country. But I think it's me, Wu, Obama, Songo, Auntie Veronica Comey, a woman of high reputation. You put your Aparachiki boys out there and say we have gone for money. They should not come in. We don't want to meet them. We are still waiting and want to hear from the Parliament of Ghana. I'm a Parliament. Parliament Ghana. Parliament of Ghana, yes, Remo. Patomo Ghana for Sufremo. Profoyi, your petitioner, the Bremo. Amudi tu himself, young Komuba Shamayeno. The people have gone against that and they are behaving in a way. Mimia, before I leave, Mami Kansa Sementuja. The Ghana Football Association people are saying, say, I'm not get to Kreku Neye appointment, no. But this Otuatu appointment came from the Jubilee House. Look, Mami Kansa, someone Nkrofo din komo a sa krofo na mudi do mudi nkomo amuni ye din komo o biara keto kreku ani ni be kasa bia sa Ghana football hono oni ya mibu ya mubi edin komo. And what we are hearing, which we don't want to believe, say your release no is asking that very important question. How much money did we pay to Borussia Dortmund to release Otuado for us in the summer? How much money went into that? On one country, we will dig and dig and dig and we pull out the truth. Otuado's appointment came from the Jubilee House. I don't want to believe that. And to Ghana first shred the Jubilee House. Ghana first shred the minister and his ministry. Please, if there's any iota of truth in this statement, say, Mona mu sanction sa Otuado appointment enti na SF4 no ketu krekumu omo flex omo muscles ran the ESCO members mu they are flexing their muscles onto the people of this country. It is an election year. Now, under this current government, our Black Stars have been poor. Our Black Stars have been abysmal. Our Black Stars have been shambolic. Me, if Samina Mikita Black Stars we and I get to Kreku and I say I am a sports minister and these Black Stars are that's our performance with dear. Look, I will just hang in, throw in the towel, and say, let another person come and do the job. We have been very poor, and His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. It's a very bitter pill to say and to take. But me, because of Ghana, I will say it. Some of the people, the big men I'm closer to, I am learning from them. It's a very poor showing from the NPP government. Truth be told, Mecca, they cannot allow Ketu Kreku to run our Black Stars the way he's running it. Me say, or to other first call-up, go to that call-up. When you talk about rebuilding the Black Stars, and therefore Ghanaians should support. Who should support what? We are telling you, Adia Uyanu Yempe, Jai, Umuyen, Udia se Korea, no be diatem. Who Kikawasem, you now see Yembe support. Who should come and support what? You are taking care of our bona fide property. You are mishandling our bona fide property. When we talk to you, you don't want to listen. You rather turn around and insult us like he did when we got booted out of the tournament by Comoros some few years ago. If we've got Ronaldo and Messi somewhere, we should go and bring them for them to go and play. Eventually, Senegal, who won the cup, had no Mali, had no Ronaldo, had no Messi. Recently, Cote d'Ivoire for Muji Cup, they had no Ronaldo, they had no Messi. But because they are doing the right things, putting proper structures in place, not interfering with player selection, using the best of players to represent their national team, we all saw the outcome of the AFCON.
And
this manager, yes, sir.
What did he say? Dear Nama GFA no, Omanya sa akuku drone, because they have been emboldened. Say, Adia Muye, Ghana force wamumpe. Adia Muye, Obianim say clearly, the Muye mfaye nkosi baby. For instance, most more reconstruction of our national team. Reconstruction with the day are you or 30 saying?
Almost 36 years.
Dennis Odoy or 30 saying?
Almost 35 years.
And Timoko coaching course no. Sani achira mo say o reconstructed team wa. O constructed team now rebuild it around 36, 35, 30 plus years.
Onim. Ebano the day are you issue no. Me see nobody supports better than I do. But no credit that coupe. The man is going into his 18th year, 18th year as a Black Stars player. Surely it cannot be better than it used to be. Clearly he's finished. Clearly his form has dipped. I don't know why we are finding this. Look, even at Samoa, the baby jet, we've gone past him. Stephen Tonado Apia, we've gone past him. Sule Aliu Montari, we've gone past him. We've moved on from these legends of the Black Stars. The Dayu is a legend of the Black Stars. Obiantini, Coach Nimli, Messi. Andre is a legend of the Black Stars. But when the time is due, you cannot cheat nature. You cannot do anything that is not natural. Once your desire, your body will not allow you to do it. Your brains, football is brainy. And the easier you get tired, the less the function of your brain. Nipano wapim. Now me can waha. Me say, Sami Bende Depa Mekachen say, young man, you have given this country quality services over 18 years. It is time for you to say goodbye and then concentrate on your club football. Ebinimusi, na sasa ya friend na mo. Mo friend there obeba, and I say it doesn't work like that all the time. Who are we anybody? You should understand your body. You should understand your fitness level. And you should know, say, at this stage, I don't think I can drive this thing any longer. It is better when you decide on yourself or by yourself than to allow people to decide for you. How do you do rebuilding? If you are bringing in players who, since May, have not kicked the ball on ball league match, the player has not played even 45 minutes of football for his club side. How do you bring such a player into a national team and tell me you are doing rebuilding? It's absolutely unfair. These are consultancy players. Players are belonging to a certain consultancy. The Ghana Football Association paying for already. And what makes it even serious, it runs down to a national team. Uko a national team, Mark Adu vice president, ni players gumu, Randy Abi players gumu, Ketu Kreku players gumu, Michael Sekre, Miami Boston, Maya Jumama ni players. And I repeat and I maintain, they are not the best players in their positions in this country. They are not. So why do you do that? We are giving you millions of dollars to make sure this thing works. I cannot assess my investment. You cannot assess your investment. Ghanaians cannot assess their investment because of head cut. That thing never affected any politician in this country. Now, when I sit down and I listen to, and I'm told that I cannot assess my own sweat, and people who have access to daily cash, I repeat, people who have access to daily cash are taking such decisions to run the only thing that brings us joy, the only thing that binds us together as one. It is so painful, and the people of this country will stand up against that. Look, it's a huge risk they've taken. I don't see how it is going to work. Maybe they will prove me wrong. And if they prove me wrong, I'll be the first to come out and say I was wrong. I have learned something. So going forward, let's do it. But until I'm proven wrong, nobody can fault me. Nobody can fault the Save Ghana football movement. Nobody can fault the majority of Ghanaians who believe in what I'm saying. That look, this is not Matra Makwe. Ketukreku described a legend of our game, Sika Akan of Matramakwe. My last point. Look, Obi Frame 2 days ago, one of the former FA people, Obi Awatna Escomupen, while running Ghana football pen. Very high decision making.
Okay.
Osi Otuado, a man for Nima, you called Germany 2006. Who said, we are battling with the handling of player bonuses appearance fee.
Yeah.
Otuado, John Pencil, they were the brain behind that appearance fee that occurred in Germany. This man has not given us any quality service. But there have always been problems associated with him in one way or the other coming to our national team. You called Germany 2006. Mr. Gwen asks, anybody who Fred Papo, they were closer to the team than I am. The appearance fee issue, there's always been issues with him. If he's competent, if he will show us great respect, I don't have a problem with that. Are his family in Ghana? Are they now living in Ghana? We are hearing say, in 5 years now, how can a trainer scout demand for 5 years contract and we give it to him? How can you allow an inexperienced manager to dictate the terms of his contract unless there's something fishy?
But no answer na obeko no Otuado ankasa obeye coach no teams men na wa coach ye.
Coach he's always been a trainer scout at Germany at Borussia Dortmund. I think there was once he was given the role as a caretaker or coaching 1 or 2 matches and then he was brought back to his position because they were in a search of a substantive coach. That is all. And you allow him to run the show on his contract. One mommy 5 years, sir. Me the mean to me enjoy Dortmund. No, mommy 5 years. That man who say I have a future with the team. Never be here, Jumano. And you allow him to dictate the terms of his contract. A trainer scout, it is never done anywhere. You give him a 2-year contract, or Banase or Excelia, then you don't give him a 3-year contract. You could say 2 years, option to extend by a year. Now say, then you give him the extra 2-3 years. Another 2 years, option to extend by another year. Now, maybe catch you. Nobody will pay compensation to Otuado if he is fired due to lack of performance. So they should include in that clause, say, if he doesn't perform, there should be performance-related clauses in the contract. If he doesn't perform and he has to leave, nobody will give him, look, say, compensation for the man who didn't meet any criteria to the selection of the head coach. That is an act of causing financial loss to the state. That is fraudulent and will take them to the court of Ghana, and the court of Ghana will decide whether we'll pay that money or not. So be clear, my tax will not be used. Your tax will not be used. The tax of the people of this country will not be used. We will enter into the FA coffers and ditch the money from the coffers and pay that compensation.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Greetings from Eric Ten Hag.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday, it was beautiful. Although I don't support the team again, but from the neutral point of view, I really did enjoy that, my brother. As a catch assistant, I say, jollof rice, no, Unyana says, you come on, your friend Lua. And that was Beniano. I bet buy Baku on Frame. Now, in the why?
Okay, Patricia Stefanovic was what? No more that's it. Coach Christopher Nimley and Yaten Kano save Ghana football demonstration Akan and Benifon home. No any no etwetwe nkomo efa Ghana football any enema omo eye no eho kemsafo hanso so ene brebe me kwan amanyumre ye de kasebo no asie Oson's chemist e de Oson's garlic capsules garlic ahoden ewom se twum ebe so ya se na nwumre onunum bia no pa wi anwumre tem bia hoden pa numo square say Peter square say otu se kwa no o ahoden pa because Peter nyi obi obeda fie se me yare adan me mfen me ya adan me nya malaria ntimi me adwuma Peter nya sa type ni bia me hwehwem na me hu se eye Oson's garlic capsules ene man sa ahoden no MTN na nse internet ye say ne yahunu obi a network ahoden say who be a level ade no buy na affect network ni nyina na so e kan bi chebi ya na eda MTN so no de enyenyenyenye kwa na yetimi send pictures ni ade kakra e MTN so no meboa mo nka no kre mo nka se meboa ba mo maka ne ne kura o enye kura o and still enye kura MTN eda mo ase Hisense Ghana open fridge ato open air conditioner ato open gas cooker electric cooker washing machine smartphone sound system and a unko Hisense Ghana sister bra na ne won so okon asem se ni Hisense okwa enema na papa nti ye ma 5-year warranty bibia be kama Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital or say ayaresa efri awurade Amen ho ene ye no ayaresa efri awurade Amen ho ene ye no Amen Scientific Herbal Hospital Allah shafi Allah woni yarsafo enchance bi ho the board dan so a acha afe abosumi nsia na apa na aye hoya afe abosumi nsia na apa na aye hoya then so sauto bi e wo Duffield roofing system a eno enye sa Novus Industries and Trading Limited omo na de Novus range of drinks abadwa so is aponto bia se Novus ene ese wo Ruta mama kwaba Ruta herbal products omo na de Ruta mixture abadwa so Ruta mixture malaria come on what is malaria with Ruta mixture look you cannot be talking about malaria ensi eya ye nu brain haba maya dubrafo ne ade ya ne atete ne ade aye Ruta mixture duntum suro no kokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokokok gluta mixture ɛhɔ ɛna ɛsɛ sɛ wode w'ani kyerɛ saa nnwumakuo ada woroma ɛne yɛde kaseɛbɔ yi ɛbrɛ mu na me sɔre yi Mickey ɛbɛba Mickey ama DJ Young Boy bɛba na ɔtwe kaseɛbɔ no bɛba ɛno akyi the platform ɛbɛtoa mo so da mo nyinaa se ama mo mo ani tie a ade hye.
Tune it in, turn it up,
FM,
and rip